Mantan pemain Barcelona dan Manchester United, Jordi Cruyff, resmi ditunjuk PSSI sebagai penasihat teknis Timnas Indonesia. Dalam jumpa pers di Jakarta pada Selasa 11 Maret 2024, Jordi menyebut Indonesia sebagai negara dengan gairah besar terhadap sepak bola.
First off, congratulations on being appointed as the new technical advisor for the Indonesian Football Federation. So perhaps we can, for those that may not be familiar with this particular role, perhaps you could define what the role of a technical advisor entails and what will be your main duties as a technical advisor.
Well, I think it's important to differentiate roles, as you said. I think the day-to-day is obviously the head coach, Patrick here, together with his staff. And that's the day-to-day thing, but there's also very important in football is the strategy. The short-term, middle-term, long-term strategy to grow, to get the maximum out of a very big population that you have here, and to try to really grow, to try to find those talents already at a very young age, because then you have a much better national team in the future. So I think it's about, football is not only about the pitch, it's also about making the right strategic decisions to try to take the maximum out of the future.
And basically the infrastructure as well around the entire football industry as a whole for our country, as well as I believe with your extensive network, how do you believe that this will help? Because obviously you've had networks over in Europe, you've had experience in Asia. How do you feel this will actually help you in your role as a technical advisor for Indonesia?
Well, the fact that already from a very young age, having a father who was a football player means as a young kid, you have to keep moving from one country to another. And it gives you a sense of fast adaptation in a positive way. You learn to adapt very quick, you learn to analyze very quick. And I think already in my life, it's one of the things I love the most, to discover new places, new cultures, new ways of thinking, and to try to find a successful formula to get the maximum out of it. And that's one of the things that really attracts me. I remember the day that Patrick signed here, as old teammates, and in the world of football, everybody knows each other. So the first thing I did was kind of analyze what it was, it was a special, a surprising move with a lot of attention. And then you start to analyze a little bit the potential, and then you see there's a lot of potential to grow. And I think that makes it super special.
Pria berusia 51 tahun ini memiliki pengalaman luas di berbagai negara, termasuk Spanyol, Inggris, Belanda, dan Ukraina. Pada 2010, Jordi memulai karir kepelatihannya dengan melatih pemain klub Belanda, De Volleyball. Ia juga pernah menjadi asisten manajer di Valletta, serta menjabat sebagai direktur olahraga di Barcelona, Spanyol, dan beberapa klub lainnya.
Your first things on the agenda for you that you plan on doing? Obviously there's a big match day coming up, but outside of that?
Well, I think it's quite logical, because if you want advice, the first thing you need to do is to analyze. You need to understand culture, the sport mentality, of how to reach objectives, also to show a lot of interest in the local league, to see what are the strong points, what are the points that can be maybe improved, to try to get the maximum out of the players, also for the future. And of course, we do all the decisions. It's a team, federation, of course, the national team coach, Gairah, with myself. Probably we will look for a sport director or a technical director who will be living here day to day. And all of us together in group will try to kind of design the right strategy to reach the points Indonesia wants to reach.
Dengan pemahaman mendalam tentang strategi dan filosofi permainan, Jordi diharapkan dapat memberikan kontribusi besar dalam pengembangan Timnas Indonesia.
Technical director is a role that has been assigned for you to have input in findings. So you yourself have had obviously much experience in a technical director or director of sports. So your current plan to appoint a technical director in Indonesia, what are your considerations in looking for the right candidate?
Well, I think it has to be somebody who has experience with different countries, different cultures, different strategies. I also think it's imperative that the person can work together with the national team coach from all the ages, and from there on to design the right structure, help in the day-to-day. And I think it's important to have somebody here to really kind of design the strategy and to know exactly where we want to go and how to get there. So I think it's important to have somebody who, again, I repeat, has experience abroad, that he's open-minded, that he's quick to adapt to new places, because every culture is different, and it's important to work together as a group, as I said before, also together with the federation, together with the coaching staff, and all together to try to create the same direction, the same path towards good results.
Common goal.